Hi there, this is Sylvia from A Place to Be. Welcome. I'm sorry for my voice. I have a bit of a cough and I hope you can hear me well. A few months ago, I did a video that you can watch here, but it was about children being able to integrate because we moved to Madeira 10 months ago, and a lot of mothers say that they want their kids to go to school to be able to learn the language and to be able to integrate. And in that video, I said that just because somebody knows the language, go to school, it doesn't mean they're able to integrate. And on the other hand, if somebody doesn't know the language, it doesn't mean they're not able to integrate. So I wanted to add to this video because I had some more thoughts and realizations about this. Sorry for the interruption, Bo needed some mummy milk. Okay, so the realizations I've had. First of all, I started reading this book, The Continuum Concept, the author. She went to the South American jungle and studied the tribes there. She saw that how the people raise their kids there is by building a deep connection. The kids are never separated from the mothers from the moment they're born. When the women have to go back to work or to their everyday life, they simply strap the kids in a sling, they carry them around, they're always with them, whatever they do. And the kids are always with the community of, people of all ages. And that is the natural thing to do. Swap. Here it's very different. Most women give birth in hospital, then the babies are being taken away to be weighed, checked through, washed, and then either put in a cot or back to the mother. But every disconnect, which something I've read here and in many other places, articles and books, creates a disconnect inside of the kids, a little bit of a trauma, because if you imagine being in your mother's womb for 9 months and then coming out into the world, the only thing you really know is your mother and you're being taken away. It makes a lot of sense. And the author describes how damaging this really is. Like every time a baby or a child is being taken away from the mother, when it's not ready, it's traumatizing, and it stays there within the person for the rest of their lives unless they look at it and they are able to heal the wounds. But why create them in the first place? So when you send your kid to school just because to learn the language, you are you're pushing your child away because you think it's the right thing to do, it's the best thing to do, you're doing the best for your child because then your child will be able to integrate. But what you might be actually doing is the opposite, because when you say to a 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-year-old, okay, now you're going to go away for 4, 6, 8 hours a day without me, without your daddy, without knowing the language, without knowing anybody there. If you can imagine, this seems very frightening, scary, stressful, maybe traumatizing. And therefore, what you create is a disconnect between you and your child, and this disconnect stays within your child. You won't make your child more confident by sending it into a scary situation. There is a study that shows that when people are scared or even have a phobia about something, when they're being pushed into a situation where they're faced with their fears, it worsens their condition. But if the person takes the conscious decision themselves to face their fears, it makes it better. So this applies to any age, children too. And with unschooling, what I've learned and what I've seen is that you can trust your children to know what's best for them. They know when they're ready to do something, when they're ready to learn something. So when your child is ready to stop nursing, they will stop nursing. To sleep in his own bed, he will sleep in his own bed. You didn't need to send your kid to school to learn how to walk or how to talk. They did it naturally, bit by bit, in their own time and pace, on their own terms, and it continues. You don't need to send your kid to school to learn reading, writing, math, or anything else, because kids will learn this because it's part of their lives, it's part of our world. Of course, they will learn that without schools as well. But what you do, the unnatural thing, sending your kid away, creating a complete disconnect within themselves, within your relationship, within the family, stays with them for the rest of their lives unless they look at it and heal it. But it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time to do that. And if you want to spare your child these long years of working on themselves, then I suggest don't send your kids to school, and not for the reason of just learning the language, because they will learn the language. If they live in that country, at some point, they will learn the language. There will come a moment where they say, oh yeah, I feel the need now because I know this person and I want to communicate, or for whatever reason it will be, I know they will learn the language and they will learn anything they need to live in this world. Another thing I wanted to add was that this realization came about after the argument I had with my husband. And it was a nice argument, but we both can see that it was very valuable, because when you get triggered like this, then there's something, there's something inside of you that you need to look at, a wound that needs healing, and something that you can shift. And once you become aware of it, you can actually let go of it and make your life a bit easier, and to be more present, have less beliefs and driven behaviors. So go for it, like have arguments with people, read things that trigger you, that make you question your beliefs, and then you can move forward to become freer, get out of these mental hamster wheels that we all have. And therefore your kids will be freer too. If you like this video, please share it, like it, subscribe to our channel, listen to our podcast on hamster wheels, visit www.theplacetobe.me and get in touch if you have any comments or questions. Bye.